Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to turn 2. I apologise for this taking so long. The previous hot seat was just such a giant clusterfuck that it took a month just to get a couple of fucking turns done, to the point where I had to kill the old hot seat and restart it with actually reliable admins. So that explains not having one of these fucking videos for like a month, when really, we should have one like every week or so. So hopefully these turns and these videos and whatnot will come a lot faster than the previous month gap that we had. First order of business is rallying all of our troops to fill up these forts, and now that we're on turn 2 and Stark/Frey can actually attack my shit, we need to fill up this fort as well. All these forts being completely unbribable because we've got princesses in each and every one of them. It's the joy of having so many bitches. Anyway, we'll put these guys down here. Usually I'd say it'd be worth disbanding the cavalry just to get an extra upkeep, but in this situation I need every unit that I can get, so we'll leave the forces all in here. This can remain empty because we need to build another levy spearman, and those will be built on the next turn as well. That is the same situation for every single castle. We just have to build a levy spearman, and we get 2 armoured spearmen as well on the next turn, and they will move up immediately. And actually the forces, the current levy spearmen that we've got in there is just going to move up as well so that they can be closest for the next turn. The goal being to get as much forces to the front line as possible to combat Stark. And they'll be filled when I hit end turn, so we don't have to worry about our forces being empty. We could put you in Lannisport, but I'd rather have the extra movement. So you can go right there. And Swift can go up to Castle Rock.
Splitting our forces, sire. Aye, sire.
Crowcall's been moved up by ship. I don't think I did this in the previous turn, but I had to replay turn 1 because we had to restart the hot seat with admins that weren't completely useless. So, yeah, firing is here. If we go down here with this fleet, these two can come and garrison that far fort. So now we only need 2 forces inside of there.
An honor, sire.
And yeah, let's go.
An honor, sire.
Here for a sec.
Entering woods and preparing to ambush, my lord.
My liege.
What do we get? 1 loyalty. Damond is like 6, so yeah.
Hail, my king. Sire, we're combining forces.
Virile. Does he have anything for... No, understands trade, Virile, yeah. If we give that to Farman, that gets his loyalty up loads, and Westerling can come over here. Westerling can hold that, and he can't be bribed because there's a princess in there. So as long as we keep the princess in there, having we don't even need a general actually in there, because the princess is in there, so he can't bribe it regardless. Farman can stay where he is for the moment. This Foster Prawley guy will going to send after these rebels to get Night Fighter in a bit, but anyway.
Not my liege.
I swear this mod is the most unstable piece of shit I've ever fucking played. Like, it crashes constantly, it's horrible. Anyway, we need to bring the forces down here. I don't think he's going to have the range to actually get into a fort immediately with the... No, he's not. But Crowcall can. There you go. If I put Farman in there, that makes 4 for that. And while the Frey, the useless general, can go do that. That fort's expendable kind of thing. If it gets sieged, it's not the end of the world.
Sire. Fleet ready.
Now, Crowcall. These 2 forces can always just join up next turn, that's fine. So. Also, with these, we're going to move these guys over to the center. Okay, come over here. There you go. That's half of a stack in there. The good thing is that these guys got bonuses against cavalry, and Stark's majority forces consist of cavalry, so it's not the end of the world. If they do outnumber us slightly, we'll have the advantage when it comes to water resolve. These 2 can come over here, join up with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them got fucking princesses inside, so they're nice and secured. Like I said, these forces will continue to move over and join up afterwards. We got those 4 recruiting in there. Lannisport's recruiting ships. These guys up here, I just have to spend my money to build all these levies so that they get more troops in the next turns. Okay, that's the fort situation dealt with. These troops can be fine where it is. Like I said, we'll have more coming over from all the regions that are sending troops. And more recruiting in every turn, in every castle. So they'll immediately move out next turn to go join up in the front lines as well. Lannisport continues to build ships. Casterly Rock is recruiting some particularly badass forces, and we'll invest in these two next turn as well. Along with a diplomat. I don't think I have a diplomat anywhere. We need one of those. Also, 2 armoured levy spearmen in here, which will join up inside that fort on the next turn.
Aye, sire.
This fleet is going
Fleet
to
ready, sire.
pop over here.
Set sail. Aye, sire.
The reason for that being explained in just a
Yes,
moment.
sir. Full sails.
Yes. Sire.
Okay, I'm going to send you in
As
there.
you wish.
Alright, with all the recruitment done, and this ship brought up from down there to grab these units in the next turn. These guys are going to move up to Banefort to grab
Fine day to sail.
this lot. And they'll grab into there, and they'll fuck off either down back to the front lines in the west, or if I can get terms with Greyjoy, sneak around the coast and fuck up some of the Stark's forces in there. So, with the west sorted and all of our shit in play, we just need to now go deal with the Riverlands, which is over here. Alright, so, I almost said the Siege of Stonehenge. The Siege of Stonehenge! Alright, yeah, we don't want to risk damaging any of these good forces, so I'm going to swap them out for some shit ones, and then I don't care if they get hurt. Alright, with them out the way, and us using these 2 Outriders just because they're expensive, and may as well.
We shall slaughter them, my lord.
There you go.
Victory! Nothing can stop us, sire.
And we sack, you get 3.5k.
Victory! These people now kneel before us, my lord.
Shut up. There you go. Now, the only forces that have been damaged are the Outriders, which are incredibly expensive for upkeep, so we're now getting a bit more upkeep. And now these forces are completely unharmed, and more useful. Okay, we sent the Strongbow, or Lin Call, whatever the hell his name is. I think that's the right guy. Either way, we sent him with his 10 loyalty and his reserved, which is 100% increase to a bribe. Not that Stark has any money, because he's going into vast debt, especially since I'm taking his shit. Yeah, Bolton will be like just around that general area, so this will block him off from being able to cross without going through this fort. We'll also place more forts down by Darry in the next turn, but right now it's fine. I need Brax. You can go in there. Can I say Brax? You're both Brax. That's why I got confused.
Hail, my king.
There you go. 2 of you can go in there.
Orders. Your will, sire.
And 2 of you can go in there.
Yes, sire.
There you go. That's 4. Blocks off that.
Your will, sire.
Lurch, everyone else, the troops in Darry as well are all in range of it. All of the troops inside of Stonehenge will be in range of it as well. And I've sent Kevin Lannister down here to lay siege to Aegon Hall and secure that for us. We'll send all the troops from Stony Sept up to... Hello? Okay then, now knowing that the forces are inside of there, which I usually scout at the end of my turns or the beginning, but I forgot this turn, so we need to get around without triggering the ambush.
As you wish.
And we need
Yes, sire.
to drag him in this
We
way.
should retreat. We'll make camp here, sire. Yes.
There you go, bring you there.
Hail, my king.
Orders. My lord.
Bring you guys
Sire.
here.
By your command.
Save in order to milk the best outcome out of this.
Your will, sire.
Yes, sire.
My lord.
Marching to war.
And we've got 6 to 5 odds, which is enough to beat them. And hopefully, like, send a bunch of them into retreating into a thing. Average of it, yeah. Alright. We'll have to reload a few times to get the best outcome. There you go. Just took a picture. Execute. And he runs off in that fucking direction someplace. Alright, after like 20 crashes trying to set this up, the siege is set and prepared. Kevin here is in range of this fort, that fort is in range of Stony Sept, and he's in range of Pink Maiden over here. So, the reason I sent a full stack to do this is I don't entirely trust Frey to be, you know, actually join us and be keeping his word. If he does join us, then, you know, he's not proved himself yet. So I want to send a force that is 100% capable of laying siege and be successful in that. So the max that the enemy can muster is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 3, maybe 4 in there. Maybe like the equivalent of half a stack that the enemy can muster. They might be able to defeat this little force down here, but that's no big deal. Long story short, Kevin will succeed in this siege, no doubt about it.
We shall engage.
And he's got plenty of movement points to reach this fort over here. What this does leave, however, is what I'm hoping the Stark will be foolish enough to actually think that he can pull it off. 4 forces in there. All of these forces in this fort also in range. So that's... Let's be generous and not count the damaged units or generals as our forces. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that gives us, not counting damaged units or generals, 19 units, all in range for this fort to repel Bolton, given the situation. Plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 damaged / generals. So, you know, a full stack and a half of units overall able to repel Bolton if he lays siege to that fort. So I'm confident in leaving the bulk of our army down here to defend the River Run fort, and confident that we can lift any siege on this fort. Worst case scenario, if we do lose this fort, we can just focus entirely on River Run. What Stark may do is lay siege to this, thinking that we can't take it, and at the same time lay siege to that, forcing me to choose one or the other. But with Kevin there, he might not. So we'll see where it goes. If he lays siege, I'm confident of victory. If he doesn't, then we can take Pink Maiden afterwards and then secure the rest of all of this. Stony Sept has a militia building, so that'll be full next turn. This army may or may not be defeated, but it remains to be seen. It's sort of a test of loyalty for Frey kind of thing. I'll tell him that he can't do that. Because we are trying to get the Freys on our side kind of thing, and they haven't exactly proven their loyalty yet. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I'm confident of victory in the Riverlands, for now at least. When the time comes, however, we do need to build 2 forts to cover both of these crossing points here. We can build one fort there, and 1 fort, like, here, and that blocks off all of the river crossings as well, because Darry itself blocks off the center one. We just need to block off the other 2.
Yes, your will, sire.
So yeah, that about wraps everything up, to be honest. We can go to the next turn, although there is one final thing that I want to wrap up before we go. Now, usually, I'd defeat this rebel force and get Presta a command star, but what we're going to do is get defeated by the rebel force and get Presta a command star.
We need to scatter the men. Flee!
We may have to do this a couple of times in order to actually get the command star. But we're trying to get him 5 commands so that he can get the Night Fighter trait. Which might take a bit. We'll skip forward to when we actually get it. Okay then, there you go. We got Night Fighter. Defeated the army and only lost about 100 men, hence this unit being 49 rather than 150. But it's worth it for the Night Fighter trait. We can always send him over to Castle Rock to be retrained. That won't take me 2 fucking seconds to do. So, yeah. One of my units are weakened, but on the bright side of things... we've now got a Night Fighter in the west. The only one that we fucking have, but that might save our ass later when Stark attacks. I've put Farman in charge of this, despite the fact that I don't actually need a general inside the forts due to the princesses, but, you know, it puts up the illusion of stuff. So yeah, that'll have 3 troops inside it next. Bane Fort will have 3 inside it also. I was thinking, do we put our forces inside this ship right now and then don't tell them run afterwards? Yeah, it's probably the best idea. We'll lose a bit of upkeep for the turn, but it's not too bad. Not the end of the world. There you go. That'll be filled next turn with 3 of those, and once those are filled, we can jet it back down to Castle Rock. Well, back down to like here, and then land the troops, and they'll be on the front lines again. Banefort's kind of lost. I can't really defend it. Or, if we get permission from Greyjoy, we can sail around and possibly attack the Riverlands, maybe sneakily. We'll see. But that sums up basically everything. In the next turn, we'll continue to move more and more forces, more and more better forces as well with the Armoured Spearmen. But we'll continue to move more and more forces towards the front line. And once they arrive, we'll have enough troops to actually push against them, in theory. Along with our fleet being built. And more stuff being recruited in Castle Rock. So yeah, the front line is now basically pretty secure. If we get Frey to join us, that'll be the nail in the coffin for them. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Golden Tooth right now. It's just kind of luring him into wasting troops, taking Golden Tooth, rather than them being elsewhere. Kevin's in range of all the forts that are necessary. We have about 1.5 stacks in range of this fort to combat Bolton if he is stupid enough to lay siege. And next turn we have enough generals and everyone
Command me, sire.
to fort up Darry in the surrounding area. So yeah, everything's good. Good. There's a lot of diplomacy going on that I won't go into detail in case my enemies are cheating by watching this video. Fuck you guys if you are, you snide little bastards. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on. When it becomes public in the hot seat, I'll make it public to you guys. And then I can go, aha, I was planning it all along. The entire of Westeros has already bent their knee to Tom and Joffrey of the House Baratheon. I got the names wrong. Anyway, that's all for now. The turns will hopefully be played a lot quicker now, so there won't be a month gap. Like every week, I'm hoping. Like once a week, we get at least a turn done. That'll be ideal. But yeah, hopefully you'll get more videos of this a lot quicker compared to like the month break that we had previously. That was horrible. That was dreadful, that break. That was just ridiculous, and we fucked off and made our own hot seat. So yeah. Hopefully, the turns will move a lot quicker now. And I will see you guys then. That is all for now. Soul out. On an extra note before we leave, there is a move at Oxcross that I could have made this turn. But I could have made it. It would have killed one of my generals. I've deemed it not necessary. We'll see if we can do it in the following turn. But yeah, if you can figure out what move it is at Oxcross that I could have done, then you know, I'll give you some cookies. They might be stale by the time I ship them to you, but all the same, cookies. Yay!